Shoewear coming at you with our first impressions on the Nike Air Deldon 1. Elena Deldon. Let's do it.
You can't play a player, baby. That's just how the game goes. All I'm focused on.
Welcome back to our channel, guys. Today we're checking out the Air Deldon 1. Elena Deldon, two-time WNBA MVP. Really cool shoe that we're checking out here today. There's a few cool features that I want to show you about. So first off, you're gonna see these got some like Velcro straps here. I'm actually gonna bring it down to my foot, make it a little bit easier for you to see. So whenever you're putting these things on, super unique. This has fly ease technology, so it's like that Nike fly ease where it's just super easy to get your foot in the shoe. It gives you such a, like, look at this, it gives you such a wide base to get your foot in there. And the way that, I just found these out, so the way that you lace these up, you put the tongue on first. You're gonna take these two flaps, you look at them from the front, you got these little dragon wings. Take these flaps, you're gonna put them on the inside and on the outside first. You strap those on, and then tightening the laces pulls those straps. Really cool concept there. What do you think about these?
Yeah, honestly, that's a lot of lockdown for the ankle.
It's actually, you can see it. Like, you can see it whenever you tighten this. Like, these Velcro straps are locked on and they really pull your foot. It feels like this is gonna be a sturdy shoe.
What's the retail price on these?
These are retailing for $120, so really not even a bad price point for a model that's giving you that kind of stuff. It's definitely a newer design. You don't see that much. This is kind of like a deconstructed, kind of a thicker, like quilted tongue here. So I don't know, the Nike Air Deldon 1. So this is two. I looked this up. This is the lime colorway. So you're gonna see like it's got a greenish tint here. I'll bring you in here really quick just to look at the shoe, just show you a few different things. This is the lime colorway. I guess Elena Deldon had a phase where she was struggling with Lyme disease. So this is kind of meant to mark that out. Lots of cool features about this shoe. The fly ease is always great because it makes it easier for, you know, more handicap accessible for people who have harder time with mobility and shoes like that. So that's definitely a really cool feature about this model. Definitely like that. And for $120, not bad at all. Not bad at all. This is a slick model.
Yeah.
Whenever I saw the photos of them, they look kind of like a hyper dunk or something like that. Something that just really wouldn't be all that clean. In hand, and on foot. In hand and on foot, I think these look a lot better. Let me bring you back up in here though. We're gonna show you the socks today. Chase, talk to me. What we got?
Today we are rocking with the Sunny Vibes colorway of the socks. Limited to 25, so if anyone is interested, this is an interesting colorway though for these line, but honestly, these are super nice socks, guys.
25 there.
Super high quality, and if you are interested in supporting us, buy our socks. Check them out on our website.
If you want to support us, you don't have to, but you can. Yeah, they're really cool socks. We're thinking about rolling out some more colorways. There are colorways. Is that what they do for socks? I don't know. More color, more designs. Halloween's coming up. Might roll out something like that. Christmas is coming up. We'll be more on top of that. We'll try and have some Christmas-themed socks. But as for the look of these, I like the Velcro setup. It's a whole different looking model. You don't really see a lot of stuff like this where you're gonna get like that two Velcro thing. It's super weird. Make sure you keep that in mind. Because I spent like, 30 seconds trying to tie these up, I'm like, yo, the shoe looks so funky, the Velcro doesn't strap right. If you try and tie the shoe before you Velcro the straps, it's not gonna work.
No, I don't think it doesn't reach. Much support.
No, it literally doesn't reach. So you take the Velcros on, you slap them on, tighten them up. What a shoe, what an idea. Let's see how they play on the court though. All right, so now we'll get on the court and kind of test these out, see how they feel for performance. But before we do that, I want to appreciate you guys for stopping by to check us out. Let me know what you're thinking about the Nike Air Deldon 1 so far. But just what you think about the appearance. Obviously, we haven't talked much about the performance yet. Also, as you can see, we got that Steph Curry jersey on. Opening night for the NBA. Let me know what your favorite NBA team is. I told Chase I wanted to do this. Let me know what your favorite NBA team is. Tell me in the comments and I'll guess their record. I'm obviously a Warriors fan. You can let me know down in the comments what you think they're gonna go. Anything other than 82-0, unacceptable. But as for this shoe right here, now we'll go ahead and kind of see how they play. Before I get on the court and show you this, I wanted to show you, these come with like a little tag. I ripped it off just so I could show you. So that kind of shows you the fly ease technology. It gives you some extra lockdown. Because they don't put a ton, man, my hand is shaky. So they show you some of the extra lockdown. And then before I even get on the court and show you what we're working with, you can actually see labeled directly on this midsole if I bring you in here. These have that Air Strobel setup. Oh, I got a straggler. Get off there. These have that Air Strobel setup. Can you pick that up very well?
Yeah.
Air Strobel's pretty solid. It feels pretty good. So something about this shoe that I can just tell directly. I can tell this directly from the second that I put them on is you have a pretty good feeling of what that cushioning system feels like. And I don't know, that doesn't even sound like it makes sense. Like you can feel the grooves in the units. You can feel them underneath your foot pretty directly. What that lets me know is it's not gonna be super, super deep for the cushioning. Like the cushioning is definitely, like I put it on and it feels pretty soft, but the cushioning doesn't feel like it's gonna be super deep as far as, oh geez, now we gotta run. Yeah, the cushioning doesn't feel like it's gonna be super deep just whenever it comes to the impact protection. Feels a little bit thinner, but it doesn't feel bad. Probably gonna take some braking time on these. Probably gonna take some braking time on this model from what I can tell so far. But the heel feels pretty good. I know you got that air strobel. Air strobel feels really good. Zoom air, I like zoom air.
How's the sizing overall?
What is the sizing like on these?
You said, didn't you mention that these ran extra large specifically for men to wear too, right?
I
thought, didn't
I
they?
think you might have made that
no,
up.
like the sizing wise. Like they went all the way up to size 16?
Oh yeah, I think they did. I think they did make this like a more extended release. As for like the sizing on these, it's honestly pretty standard. Pretty true to fit. Like you got the, got about a thumb's width left over for the length. I wouldn't call this a narrow shoe, and you wouldn't expect them to do that. You know, whenever you're making a shoe that's supposed to be a little bit more handicap accessible, get in there. Whenever you're making a shoe that's supposed to be more handicap accessible, you would kind of expect them to make it somewhat wider.
Right.
You know, just easier to wear. The material itself feels like, these feel like they might have used recycled content. Like I said, I'm gonna have a full review, a full breakdown on these. It's just my first impressions, like you'll see in the title. I'll have a full breakdown on these. That'll come out in about a week, week and a half. As for like, the materials feel like they're kind of thin, but the airflow feels like it's gonna be nice. But it definitely gives off that like, one of those like Nike Crater shoes is what it feels like.
Oh,
the ones that have that like recycled content up in there. That's kind of what I get whenever I'm feeling these.
How's the traction?
Traction, that'll be the last thing we talk about for this model. So what we got for the pattern? Kind of random, got some waves in there.
Yeah, it looks
Some wavy lines.
nothing crazy.
Honestly, the grip feels pretty good though. The grip does feel pretty good.
Is it soft? Is that
No,
kind of an
it feels like some nicer rubber, but it doesn't feel like the same rubber that's maybe gonna make a lot of noise on the court whenever I'm talking about an indoor court. Outside, this feels like it's gonna be a really nice model for outdoor use.
Yeah, not a bad price for an outdoor because
120 bucks.
120?
$120 isn't bad at all. Holy cow. $120 is not bad at all whenever it comes to like, especially for an outdoor shoe. I'm liking how they feel so far. Like I said, the cushioning, that's maybe gonna be a spot where it's just a little bit more thin, so you'll take some time to break that in. The support, because of those Velcro straps, your ankle feels really good. And I mean, I don't see a ton of stuff coming up from the midsole, not a ton of overlays, but your ankle feels really good, so I'm not really worried about the support on these. Traction seems like it's gonna be another bright spot. The Elena Deldon 1. Bro, now I gotta go way over here and get this ball. Let me know what you guys are thinking about these. Kind of a cool model. I like whenever brands do something different.
I like how the colorway also has a story to it.
Yeah, the colorway, the lime thing, that is honestly a pretty cool concept. I don't know, I like them. That wraps up our first impressions on the Nike Air Deldon 1. What an interesting shoe. Very cool. You don't see a lot of WNBA players getting to do a lot of stuff with Nike. So what an interesting concept too. As you can see, we'll kind of remind you of these little flaps that come off here for the fly ease. I didn't even know that that's what it was for. It's super easy to get on though. So it makes sense. You can tell, like, just the upper material, it feels like it's gonna make this a really light shoe for a mid-top, and the support's definitely not gonna struggle, you can tell that. The cushion's not super, not super impressive. You got that zoom strobel. The traction feels like it might be, definitely one of the better parts of this model. Not bad at all though.
So Landon, is it worth $120 though?
$120 for these bad boys? I mean, it's got a cool concept to it. Elena Deldon's getting her own shoe. You got that EDD branding on there. Support feels good, cushion's not bad. Traction feels really nice. 120 bucks, I gotta feel like it's easy gonna meet that amount. But I mean, I am gonna do a full breakdown on this shoe. Be looking for that in the next week, maybe 2 weeks or something like that. I'll have a full performance breakdown inside, breaking down all these categories a little bit more. But that's gonna wrap up our first impressions, at least, on the Elena Deldon on the Nike Air Deldon 1. Till next time, peace.